What's up, y'all? Welcome to 30-Second Sermons. So I don't know if you got to read the verse of the day. It's from Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. One version, which is the NLT, says, two people are better than one, for they can help each other succeed. The NASB says, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. So basically it's saying that two work together better. You get things done twice as fast, right? It says there's a better return for your labor. It also says that it will you'll help each other succeed. I can tell you right now, I've been in business for myself now for the past little over a year, and it can get a little difficult doing everything by yourself, and it's important to be able to bring somebody in that you can actually work with and that you trust. That's an important thing. So I can definitely see the benefits of having another person helping me in this business, because that would help me succeed even better. That's really, on that verse itself, that's really all you can talk about. But I really wanted to talk about verses 4 through 6. And it's another flip side, especially to being in business for yourself, or for all you hard workers out there, or just people that are chasing that dollar, you know what I'm saying? So 4 through 6 says this: Then I observed that most people are motivated to success because they envy their neighbors. But this, too, is meaningless, like chasing the wind. Fools fold their hands, leading them to ruin. And yet, it's better to have one handful with quietness than two handfuls with hard work and chasing the wind. Now, it was kind of cool this morning because my daughter came in here, and I was reading through this and reading through the whole chapter, really to kind of put things in context. And I was able to sit and explain with her and talk with her about it. And I'm telling you, it was really, really meaningful for me to be able to do that. But what wouldn't have been meaningful is if I would have just pushed that aside, or if I was too busy to be able to spend time with her and talk to her about these things. And that's the point that I want to make, and that's the point that I believe these three verses here are making, is that we can spend so much of our life chasing the dollar, doing things that are really essentially meaningless. It's good to have a lot of money, and if you do something good with it. But even Jesus said that and I probably got this wrong. I was trying to explain it to her this morning. I should have looked it up. But Jesus said that it's easier to get a camel through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter heaven. And the way I explain that to my daughter is that, it's hard for people that get so attached to their material things to let them go. And in those times, it's easy. I said, can you imagine how hard it would be to fit a camel through the eye of a needle? He said it would be easier for you to do that than for a rich man to enter heaven. So the richness he was talking about, of course, was materialistic things. And those things are not important. Now, don't get me wrong. I know we need money to operate today. That's fine. The Bible doesn't say that money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. When you start putting money before family, then that is evil. When you start putting money before other people's lives, that's evil. The list goes on. But when you put money first, then greed is in it, and greed leads to hate and to untrust, and so it's like a slippery slope. So in Ecclesiastes, and the author of Ecclesiastes, they believe was King Solomon, because some of the terminology that he used, they're not 100% sure, but I'll go to say that it was probably King Solomon. Very wise man, and he was very rich also. But even he knew that chasing those things would lead to ruin. I want to go over this verse again with you, these two verses here. It says, fools fold their hands, leading them to ruin. So what I get from that is, if I just held my hands together and I didn't do anything, I would be held to ruin, right? I have to work to eat. I have to work to provide for my family, because that's the way the trade is. I work, I get money, I pay my bills. But then it says, better to have one handful with quietness than two handfuls with hard work and chasing the wind. So what that tells me is I've got to be able to find a balance. I can't have both hands together, and I can't have both hands working endlessly chasing the wind. I got to have a balance. I got to have one hand where it's empty, where there's quietness, where there's peace, where there's time that I spend with my family. And then the other hand can be the working hand, can be where, going out and making money and providing for my family. But I've got to find a balance. And if I could tell any young person, any old person, but anybody really, you've got to find a balance between your family and your work. And that's whether you go punch a clock or you work for yourself. When you leave work, you got to leave work at work. Spend time with your family. That's the most important thing that you can do. The most expensive thing that we have is time. And if we spend all our extra time chasing a dollar, what have we done? What have we really provided for our family? Something to think about. Y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.